So as I continue to slowly recover from this bronchitis and physical exhaustion, I've had a lot of time to think about the Dharma. And one of the things that came to my mind yesterday and again today is this statement that Venerable made, I think a number of times, and it's stuck with me very deeply. And she said that we exist because the causes and conditions for us exist. And when those causes and conditions cease, so will we. And, you know, my mind thinks that there might be, you know, 4 or 5 causes and conditions that keep me going, but I'm sure there's countless causes and conditions. And so I've been thinking about this a lot because my mind has a tendency to think that, like I think many of us, is that I have a permanency to me, that I am going to exist for a very, very long time, and that death is somewhere off in the future and that I don't have to think about it now. And we've been going through the review of Mind Training Like Rays of the Sun, and Frederick shared some of the teachings of Venerables on death and impermanence. And so karma ties in for me a lot with death and impermanence. And I've been thinking a lot of these particular tragedies that I have heard about in my life, of children. You know, nobody ever in their life would ever think that their 24-year-old daughter would be killed by an elderly gentleman falling asleep at the wheel and crashing into her. She's bicycling down the highway. Or nobody would ever think that the marriage that they think is working so perfectly is going to end because you've just discovered that your partner is unfaithful. Or that your partner, you come home one day from work and realize that he's taken his life. So even though we can kind of see karma finishing up when somebody's 93 and bedridden, and we can sort of, in our minds, intellectually justify that their karma is ending and that they are going to die. But when these unexpected tragedies happen in our lives and in other people's lives, even something like losing a job or losing our money in the bank, is that we keep saying, why me? And I have found that if I am going to work with my mind in the inevitable aging, sickness, and death of my own life, that I have got to start thinking more deeply about karma and thinking more deeply that there are limitless causes and conditions for my existence. But as time goes on, unbeknownst to me, I know for a fact that death is certain, but the time of my death is absolutely uncertain. And only the Buddha knows what the karma is as far as the extension of my life. And so while I've been sick, I've been thinking about the karma that I might have created to bring about this result, and knowing that there will be a time when the causes and conditions for my own life will begin to cease. And how to sort of help this to prioritize the things in my life, to change the behaviors that are harmful for me and harmful for others, because the propensity, at least in my mind, is that after I get better, or after, you know, a few years after someone I love dies, the amnesia of samsara, the sleepiness of samsara takes over my mind, and no longer do I see my life precious and fleeting and going to end, but I see it as just normal. Every day it's going to last a long time, and what I want every day is what's going to make me happy and keep suffering at bay at all cost. And so by me beginning to reflect, at least in the past few days, about I don't know when the causes and conditions for my existence are going to cease. Now, whether they happen gradually through time, or whether I simply wake up in the morning and I, you know, fall down the stairs and crack my head open and I'm gone, I have no idea. And if I can keep that in some place in my mind during the course of the day, when afflictions begin to arise, or I'm not getting what I want, or I'm getting what I don't want, putting this piece into my mind saying, death is certain, the time of death is uncertain, and the causes and conditions for you to exist are changing moment by moment. It helps, at least I have found that it's helping me to stay more present in my life. It's helping me to sort of discern the things that I'm going to make a big deal about and what I'm just going to let go of. Because I make a big deal about a lot of little things in the course of the day, and they cause me a lot of suffering. So it's sort of prioritizing the things that are important and letting go of the things that are not important. And so for me, I have found that to be extremely helpful during this time of recovery and time of illness where, you know, I never thought that I would get sick like this. I didn't know I had the causes and conditions to get sick like this. And what else do I have that I have causes and conditions that are going to happen to me that I have no idea of? So let's own the preciousness of our life, own the fleeting nature of our life, and use it well to bring meaning and purpose to our lives.